Hi, this Miss Melinda. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. How are all my subscribers doing out there? I just want to let you all know that we are at 635 subscribers to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. So we are just a smash hit again. I got this show back on the road again, and I tore up that street. And I'm back in the game, and I'm in the game better than I've ever been. And you are going to have the time of your life, because my videos will progress and progress with a lot more going on. Eventually, I'll have like full body diva costumes, and I'll dance in front of the camera. But you can't hear any music. No, you can't hear any music. Copyright and all that stuff. I'm not going to go there. So, I am grateful for all 635 subscribers. You don't know what that means to me, guys. I love you subscribers so much. And I love all my fans and all my students and all my viewers I get all the time. Come on, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe, and start looking at my videos. Oh, by the way, so biology classes are all mumble-jumbled on, it's my fault, nobody else's. So you still have to watch the biology classes by the number 1, and then wherever 2's at, you go look for 2, biology 2, and you watch that. Then you look for, I gotta talk soft. Then you look for biology 3, okay? You look for biology 4, and you go all the way through biology 8. This is biology class 8, and we are doing the label fossil finds tonight, okay? So we have a lot of exciting things coming up after fossil finds, but this has got a lot of pages just for fossil finds. But what we're going to go to after fossil finds, the next class is going to be real exciting. So I think we're all enjoying this biology class the best for right now, for now. I think it's easier to follow me, although I got a doozy of a word or two or a few. I meant to write it real big before. Well, when I get to it, I'll write it real big and show you it. Then you write it down, and we got to learn all these definitions. I'm going to take a day where I go start with class 1. I've already started. And when I watch myself, and when I hear a word that I don't know the definition or spelling, I Google it right then, okay? And I keep it at the top of my files. And I'm going to keep doing that. And then I'll hurry up and I'll record it onto paper before, I lose the files. And I'll have a class that'll have all the words that were real different for biology class 1 through 8. I will slowly be working starting from 1 and writing down the words that I don't know, and probably you don't, or you might, but I don't, and a lot of others probably don't either. I mean, there's a doozy of a word in this one at the end, so it's actually too long, 2 words like together. Okay, so how you guys all doing out there? What night is this? I'm ready to party. I played 2 DVDs of the 1980s, which was fun, blasting in my headphones, cordless headphones, watching my TV, and writing my notes and research for class tonight. And then I blasted AC/DC in my ears as loud as you could do, and they make me think. AC/DC, I'm writing up and researching up a storm, and I got a nice class written up by the end of that concert. Yeah. So, and what we're going to be doing next is going to be a real exciting topic. You'll be real excited. Okay, so let's get started. And see, I got to pull up my brush. You have to get, and then you pull up your, this is my corset. See? Okay. So there it is. Okay. Now, I liked it the first time. I liked it the first time. Everybody's looking at me. And then you just put there. And then just pull this up a little bit over here. Yeah. That's the way. That's the way. I like it. That's the way. I like it. Okay, who wants to get educated? I just fucked up my thing there. Oh, Melinda, you moved your whole tablet. Okay, who wants to get educated tonight on biology? You're having a lot of fun with biology. Okay, here we go. Biology class 8, fossil finds. Now, when I get all my, I'll have 2 or 3 uploads. When I upload, my newest uploads, you are all welcome to watch all the uploads that I did in one day, the brand new ones. So you can watch, all the brand new ones first, because that's the most exciting. You just got it, But then, after you have fun with the 2 or 3 uploads I'm going to do, I want you to go, and you have to listen to me, guys. Oh, first of all, for all you newcomers and new subscribers and new fans and students, in order for you to see my videos, if when you get into my, like tonight, when you got into me in my channel, Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show, on my personal private Twitter account, at Melinda Ivkovitz, were you in home? Okay, get out of home and hit videos, and then you will see rows and rows and rows of me, especially if you got a laptop or at least a tablet. On a cell phone, you're going to be all screwed up. I'm sorry. If you got a laptop and when you get home, you can watch it there instead. You can watch it on the road in your cell phone, but you're not going to see all my rows. See, on my laptop, you could see, okay, so there's 4 picture videos across, okay? And you'll see, like, in one big screen on a laptop, you will see probably like 5 rows, maybe 4 to 5 rows. And that's what I like, because you can see all my sexy and classy and corporate office costumes, and enjoy it. I want you to see all those costumes at once. I don't want you to be on a cell phone and all you can see is 2 videos, You have to see rows and rows of 4 videos is what I think it is, or 5. I think it's 4, yeah. I'm up to 50 videos, too. But I want you to really watch the new uploads, have fun with that, and then go to Biology 1. And then go to Biology 2, and go all the way through Biology 8. And I want you to watch 1 a few times over, without spacing out, because I space out all the time, so that's why I got to keep watching them over again and catching the parts I spaced out on. So, but these are shorter classes. I'm not making long classes anymore. You only got 11 pages here. So this is not, I don't do the long classes anymore. So if you could stick with it, and when you get in and you hit videos, you'll have all of them in order. Well, no, all my biology classes are all mumble-jumbled, and it's my fault. But all you got to do, enjoy the uploads that I just uploaded. Enjoy those. Watch them a few times if you want. But then go to Biology 1 the next day or later that night or whenever you feel like it. go to Biology 1 and watch it at least 5 times, and then go to Biology 2 and watch it 5 times, and do that all the way through 8, because we're sticking with biology for a long time. It keeps getting good. It keeps getting better and better. Well, this is great too. I mean, Charles Darwin is the most exciting part probably of the whole biology book. But it gets real exciting in other ways. You see, biology just can be an exciting class. So, okay, let's get down to business and let's learn biology. Okay? Okay. All right. Move my chair over. See, this is not right. I have to get it where... Okay. So there I am. Okay. So, can we start? Yes, we can. All right. So we're sitting up and we're leaning forward. Okay. Okay. So, Biology Class 8, Fossil Finds is the new label. Perhaps the best clue to understanding why you have the physical structure you do is the fossil records of hominids. Okay, hominids is spelled H-O-M-I-N-I-D-S. Hominids. Hominids. And you could think of hom, H-O-M, and then in, like inside, and then IDs, like somebody's IDs. That's my word association. I trained myself those study skills through the 4 decades of college I was in. Okay, so it's records of hominids. I better read that again, because now I talked so much I forgot what I said. Okay. Perhaps the best clue to understanding why you have the physical structure you do is the fossil records of hominids, period. Scientists use fossils to place together clues about where humans came from and what our relationship is to other primates. So I guess we're called primates. I never really knew that. I never took biology in high school. I dropped it because I had enough credits to graduate. I regret it, but at the time I was young and just too into partying and, But I'm having a ball learning it now. I am having the most fun I've ever had in life. I am having fun learning and teaching and wearing my costumes, and I am just having a ball. This is the most fun I've enjoyed life since our ski trips, our family ski trips to Vail, or me on the ski team. Okay, scientists fossils to take together clues about where humans came from and what our relationship is to other primates. So we're primates. Hominid fossils are rare and often incomplete, but when new ones are found, they contribute new pieces of information to the story, period. Scientific theories that are supported by lots of evidence from many of research, like the theory of biological evolution. Okay? Fossil finds continued. Okay? Don't usually change. Substantially in response to new evidence. Instead, new evidence helps refine the theories and point out important and find out. Okay, let me say this over. Instead, new evidence helps refine the theories and point out important details of how processes work, okay? Scientists' ideas about the biological evolution of humans have developed over time. And that's what I'm going to be researching for you, what we have accomplished since Charles Darwin's 2 most important biological theories in history, biological evolution and natural selection. we're going to learn, I'm going to research myself all through the internet what all the scientists have come since those two theories. Where did you go? And I'm going to take it from the year. I'm going to look up the year that he finalized these two theories and take it from there. What happened next, the next year, you know, and into the 1900s and all the way up until today. So that will be real exciting. And that's why I'm the best teacher you could ever have, because no other teacher would bother doing all that. Wouldn't even think of it, maybe. Okay. Scientists' ideas about the biological evolution of humans have developed over time. Following is a rundown of the different hominid fossil discoveries made since the late 17th century. See? This is fossils they're finding going back in the late 17th century. Okay. Fossil finds continued. Okay. Fossil finds continued. Okay. In 1891, here we go. We finally got a year, you guys. We finally got a year. Okay. 1891. Researcher Eugene Du Bois discovered a few bones in Java, Indonesia, a large island off the southeastern coast of Asia. Fascinating. Calling his discovery Java Man. Java Man, spelled Java, Java Man. That's simple. So he calling his discovery Java Man. Okay. In 1891, researcher Eugene Du Bois discovered a few bones. I had to remember. I didn't remember. So, okay, discovered a few bones. Okay, that's what I didn't remember. In Java, Indonesia, a large island off the southeastern coast of Asia. Bones, okay. Calling these bones discovery Java Man. Du Bois thought he'd found the link between ape and man. What he found certainly was an ancestor to modern Homo sapiens. Now, I studied Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and Homo erectus in college, at College of DuPage. And my teacher, Mr. Holzkamp, said, could he have my final project from this class I took at College of DuPage? Could I have your project to hang up in the windows of the hallway? And I said, of course you can have I made 3 artifacts from King Tut's tomb. And you wouldn't believe it. One day when we get a chance, I'll explain how I made it, and it'll blow you away. Because I'm not even an artist. And here I got it hanging in the windows of College of DuPage. I engraved Egyptian hieroglyphics in soft wood I bought. I mean, it gets heavy, with a metal shish kebab stick. I copied the hieroglyphic off that big book for King Tut's tomb. Yeah. It gets heavy, you know. So yeah, I got an A+, and I've studied that. So I've got a back up on this class. Okay. So see, I share when it's important, and I've done something in life, in college, and I can teach you more, you know, or give you a story and let you know that I've already had this class. Then it helps you to understand who I am, and for you to know that I've taken this class already and had my 3 artifacts from King Tut's tomb hung in the window. Oh, well, I think I like this chick's biology class. She knows what she's doing. Okay. So, but it wasn't ape-like. Wait, hold on. Okay, so he named it Java Man, the bones, okay? And Du Bois thought he'd found the link between ape and man, period. What he found certainly was an ancestor to modern Homo sapiens that I studied, but it wasn't ape-like. Du Bois had actually found a member of the species, okay? Homo erectus, I studied that too, one of the earliest walking hominids, okay? Other Homo erectus bones have been found in China and Africa. Okay, we're on page 4, and there's only 11 pages. So do you guys think you can hang on and listen to me and learn this class? Learn this class and learn the other biology classes. So learn this tonight. I will be done quickly because there's not that many more pages. So if you could just concentrate on what I'm saying. I love you, my subscribers. I love you, my fans. I love you, my viewers. I love you, my viewers. Hop aboard if you want to subscribe. I love you all so much. God bless you. I am so grateful for your love and kindness that you have been given to me. Okay, so fossil finds continued. Okay, we're going to have another year again. Ooh, we like years, don't we? Because it gives us a year and some information that happened with this biology, Okay, now we're getting into the year during the 1930s, okay? During the 1930s, a researcher named Raymond Dart, D-A-R-T, D-Art, like art, Dart, examined a small skull, okay? Small skull that was found in Taung, T-A-U-N-G, sounds Asian. That was found in Taung, T-A-U-N-G, comma, a town in South Africa. Okay, well, yeah, that could be in Africa. Okay, let's not go there. Okay, so found in a town, South Africa. Okay, so it's not up in Asia. Okay. After studying the bone structure and realizing that the skull contained a petrified brain. Can you believe this? The skull contained a petrified brain. Oh my God, that's freaky. Dart, this Raymond Dart, came to the conclusion that the skull belonged to a child. He could tell it belonged to a child who was about 6 years old. See, these scientists are educated enough that they can tell you it's a child's skull, and even the age. He didn't say around 6 or maybe 5, 6, or 7. He said that he could tell it was a child's skull who was about 6 years old. So he's almost got this pegged, That's fascinating. And member of a human ancestral species. A member of a human ancestral species. I gotta quiet down some. Nobody's here right now, but okay. The remnants were called Taung child. T-A-U-N-G child. So this skull, he gave it the name, Raymond Dart gave this skull the name Taung child, quote unquote. T-A-U-N-G child. Taung is the town in South Africa where he found it, so he named it Taung child. Okay. Dart thought he had found a missing link between apes and man. Wow. Okay. Biology class 8. Okay. But others were still on fossils. But others disagreed. Period. Dart was ridiculed for suggesting that a human ancestor was out of Africa, when the thinking at the time was that the first human species came from Asia due to the hula baloo surrounding Java man, but Dart persevered even though his belief was unpopular at the time period. He classified his skull as, quote, Homo habilis. Now, that one I didn't hear of in my class, but my class was like 1978, like right around 1978, and I don't remember Homo habilis. Habilis is habilis. Homo habilis. So he classified his skull as Homo habilis, meaning handyman. because crude stone tools were found near the bones. Isn't this fascinating? So he's looking around that skull because, yeah, there's a damn good chance there could be anything that has to do with that skull. More bones from another person or another skull, or, okay, in this case, he found, he classified his skull as Homo habilis, meaning handyman, because crude stone tools were found near the bones. So it means that this child or people that were with him, I don't know if a 6-year-old would be able to make tools. They might have been left behind, like maybe something happened. I learned in this class at College of DuPage, there's certain tribes that would just leave somebody behind if there were just a little too much trouble, to try to take care of and keep going. So there probably were, the tools were probably left from whoever that 6-year-old child was with, you see, is my guess, yeah. So that's interesting. He looked around that skull and found crude stone tools were found near the bones. See, they were real good at making tools back then. I gotta have a sip of my ice. It's green iced tea. Looks like beer, don't it? Bleh! Don't say that, please. Please don't ruin my beautiful fun night drinking my green tea, because it has a substantial less amount of acid compared to coffee, black tea, or pop. That's why I'm drinking my green tea, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, that ginseng I get. I don't know, ginseng sounds like something like healthy. It's Asian healthy or something. I have to look it up. Okay, so continuing fossils. Keep concentrating, guys. It's we only got a few more pages, okay? All right. So, in the 1930s, Lewis and Mary Leakey. Leakey is spelled Leakey. Leak, like you have a leak, and then just add an EY. See, that's how I taught myself in college. In the 1930s, Lewis and Mary Leakey began excavating the, quote, Old Duval Gorge. I love that word, gorge, because with my friends, gorge means gorgeous. Okay. So, excavating the Old Duval Gorge. So, Old Duval is spelled O-L-D-U-V as in Victor, A-L like ale. Old, and old, like you're old, okay, old, and like U-V, and then ale, like the name ale. Old Duval Gorge. And I'm going to show you the words. This one's, I want you to, if I can, where's it at? Right here. See that word? Right there. Write it down. See it? There's Old Duval. See it? And then, where's the word that goes with it? Gorge is right here. There it is. And then gorge. Can you see it? All right. That's it. Okay. So the Old Duval Gorge in Tanzania, Africa. In Tanzania, Africa. Okay. Period. 3 decades later, their son Richard noticed the jaw of a, quote, saber-toothed tiger, unquote. Their son Richard noticed the jaw of a saber-toothed tiger. We got to remember that one. Sticking out of the, and here's where we go with kind of a long, difficult word, but actually, I think I might have known what it is now. It's an archaeological site. Well, you should be able to know what that means. Look it up, Google it. Archaeological site. It's a site where they're like excavating and doing archaeology, Yeah. So digging, see, it says digging, just like I told you, that's excavating, okay? Digging continued, see? So archaeological site, I was right. They're digging, they're excavating, I was right, see? I know my stuff because I had this class. Okay, digging continued in the area. I was going to go with College of DuPage there to Egypt to do I can't think right now. Anyway, I was going to go there for excavating, okay? But I didn't go. I was really young, and I didn't think clearly, and I didn't go. My parents would have paid for it. Okay, only happy things. Miss Melinda's a happy show. We don't talk about unhappy things, do we? No, Miss Melinda. No, Miss Melinda, we don't talk about unhappy things. The minute we think of something unhappy, we say, we're going to think of something happy. I choose to be happy. Yo estoy feliz. I am happy. The minute we think of something bad or sad, just go and say, think of a good time right away. Think of a good time. And make your day today. Live in the moment and live in today. And enjoy today. And if you have a little bad incident, because I live with 200 people, if you have a bad incident, you just walk away, forget about it, and go back to enjoying your day. You don't let somebody just destroy your whole damn day, No, you go right back into enjoying your day. That's life. Everybody has to go out in the public. Okay, so digging continued in the area. And eventually pieces of 3 skeletons were unearthed, okay? The skeletons were also classified as those of Homo habilis and were dated at about 2 million years old. Isn't that amazing? They can figure out how many millions of years. Okay. Fossils continued. The Leakeys continued their work at Old Duval Gorge, quote unquote, well into the 1980s. Oh my God. Well into the 1980s? What year did they say they started that? I don't know. We're not going back. You're going to watch this more than once, and so am I. I want to know when they started, because it says the Leakeys still continued their work at Old Duval Gorge well into the 1980s. Now I'd like to remember when they started. And it says in 1984, they unearthed a spectacular find. Okay, we got to talk soft. They unearthed a spectacular find. Okay, where did I got lost, guys. Oh, no. Okay, the first spectacular find, and still the only, full skeleton of a Homo erectus. A full skeleton of a Homo erectus. They hit the jackpot. What better can you get with that? This full skeleton of a Homo erectus, dated, oh, you're not going to believe this, dated at 1.6 million years old. 1.6 million years old, his entire skeleton survived. Oh my God, it's weird how they can determine it. I'm going to ask Cortana tomorrow. How do they determine 1.6 million years old, Okay, next, we're moving on. In 1994, Richard Leakey's wife, Maeve was her name, spelled me, M-E, Ave, A-V-E, Maeve, okay, his wife, Richard Leakey's wife, Maeve, headed upstream from Udoval Gorge to Kanapole in northern Kenya and found a 4.2 million year old hominid ancestor. Wow, this is exciting. Okay, it's almost over, you guys. So are you hanging on with me and concentrating on what I'm saying, not spacing out? Well, watch this over and over. I'm going to be until I memorize. I'm studying all my classes, yeah. Okay, biology class 8, we're still going with fossil finds. This whole class is fossil finds, okay. The lower jaw was complete and the teeth were surprisingly like those of a modern human. Ooh. However, the shape of the jaw was like that of a chimpanzee, period. Pieces of lower leg bone were also found, indicating that the creature walked on 2 legs. Wow. Mieva, that's the wife, Mieva named her find. Okay, this is the word that I was going to tell you is real well, it's a name, a proper noun. So none of us are going to know the word and what it means. She made it up. I didn't bring any markers. I wanted to write it down. This is too small. I don't know if you can read this. See, here. Okay. Okay, so here, it's, here is, and the word, see, it's got a second word, okay? Look at the second word. What is that? Oh, I don't know if you can make that out. It's real long. It's a proper noun. It's just what she named this, so it walks on 2 legs, and she named it Australopithecus Anamensis. Well, when I tried to pronounce it just now for the first time, I didn't even try earlier. It's not so hard. Australopithecus Anamensis. Okay. In the years, we're starting a new thing, but it's still fossil finds. In the years since In the years since Part and the Leakeys, Dart. It's a man named Dart. In the years since Dart and the Leakeys, okay, several more fossilized bones have been discovered along the southeastern coast of Africa, giving Africa the nickname the Cradle of Civilization, okay? So did you hear all that? I'm not going to repeat it. You just keep watching this film over. The Cradle of Civilization. Okay. In particular, a 3.2 million year old skeleton of the Australopithecus afarensis species was found in Ethiopia. Part of northern Africa in 1974. Well, we're coming up in the years. 1974 by Don Johansson, semicolon. The skeleton was nicknamed Lucy. Okay, that's a cute name. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Hang in there. Listen to me, okay? Bones from a 4.4 million year old skeleton found in Ethiopia. This says Ethiopia. Maybe you just forgot the I. Bones from a 4.4 million year old skeleton found in Ethiopia are currently being studied. The skeleton is called Ardipithecus ramidus. So the first name is from that lady naming a skeleton, but the second part is the second name to it is different. It's ramidus. Okay. Nicknamed Artie, okay, and because it's the oldest known ancestral fossil. Scientists are using it to try and determine whether the organism was in fact a direct ancestor to humans. Scientists can use fossilized bones like those of early hominids, such as Lucy and Artie, to understand how our ancestors, more ape-like features evolved into the features of modern humans. Wow. Table 12.2, which I will read to you tomorrow if there's stuff in the table, gives you an overview of the physical changes that occurred as apes evolved into humans. And that is my surprise. That's what we will be studying next biology class. Physical change, so that gives you an overview of the physical changes that occurred as apes evolved into humans. We're going to be studying apes evolving into humans. Here I even wrote the label down, changing from apes into humans. That's our next biology class. Maybe I shouldn't have told you the surprise, but I thought maybe now I did, I'm glad, because that'll get you to want to watch it and come looking for it. So that is all of the class, guys. I had a lot of fun. It was a good class, and I hope all you guys are liking this biology. So, what's today? I don't know. Is it Monday or Tuesday? I can't think. That is crazy. I know it is. But all I was doing was thinking about my class. Sometimes I just lose track. I know it makes you sound crazy. But when you live in a place like this, it's easy to lose track of what day it is. Because I don't have an actual schedule. I teach when I want to and all that kind of thing. Okay. So, I would like people to subscribe, those of you who haven't subscribed. Let me put on my red lipstick because I want something. Okay. So, if all my fans and viewers and students out there who haven't subscribed yet, hop aboard. Come on and hang out with us. I'm going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah. So, I'm going to let you go. And if you subscribe, then I will smile. Cheese, see my beautiful bright white teeth? Cheese, see my beautiful white teeth? I have to show everybody my bright white teeth at the end of every class because you can't see them when I'm talking, and they cost a fortune. They're permanent roots and permanent teeth. They don't come out of my mouth. So, if you subscribe, you'll get to see my bright white teeth. Cheese. Are you subscribing? Oh, will you hit my like button? Cheese. I had a fan tell me, I think it was this morning. It was either this morning or yesterday morning. She had given me some really nice comments a few weeks ago. But like yesterday, yeah, I forgot. She said, you reap what you sow. That was a few weeks ago. I want to say that before I forget. She's so impressed what I'm doing, and she's saying, you're going to get something in return for this. She says, you reap what you sow. But today or yesterday morning, it made me feel so good. My fan says to me this morning or yesterday morning, I'm going to start listening to you when I'm out in my yard gardening. I'm going to start listening to you when I'm doing my gardening. Now, is that the sweetest comment that you could say as a fan to me? Isn't that the sweetest thing? I mean, I just never imagined that I would have any students or fans that would say such sweet things to me. And a few weeks ago, she was saying to me, I want to be just like you one day. I have no idea how old she is, but I have replied to her the first time. Yeah. She said, I want to be just like you one day. And do you know what that does for my heart? I'm single. I live in a public facility, and I don't get lonely. That's why I live here. I could never live alone, or with just a few people either. But it really is making me feel good. There's lots of fans that are giving me on all my videos really sweet, nice comments. Nobody's ever talked mean to me. They're just sweet as can be. And I need that love. I need that love so bad. That's why I love my subscribers, and I love my fans, and I love my students. So please watch all my videos. Dip into them for 5 or 10 minutes here and there. But I want you to stay focused on biology. And have fun watching the, few episodes, uploads, when they do upload. You can watch them 2 or 3 times, but then go, please, to Biology 1. Watch it a couple times, go to Biology 2, and get through all the way to 8. They're going to be all mumble-jumbled. Somehow I got them mumble-jumbled. And so, yeah, like there's going to be class 1 is down here, and then 6 is going to be up here, and then 4 is going to be here. And 3. So you go in the order of the number. You don't watch across the row, because you're going to get other classes, or you're going to get the biology classes out of order. You can't learn my biology class unless you watch it in chronological order. It's that simple. So please enjoy the new uploads, and then go to 1, and just whenever you get a chance, watch Biology 1. You can't sit through the whole thing. Take a break. Maybe come back later that day, or the next day, or a couple days. I want you to do all this at your own convenience. I don't want you to feel like you have to, but I just want to push that you learn the classes, and you're interested in learning the classes, and you can't do it unless you read them in chronological order. So you really got to stick to that. And when you first get into my site, push that video button, because if they're doing to me, they keep throwing me in home when I get on my YouTube personal channel. And it's like, there ain't no rows. There's not no rows. There's like 3 little videos here, and then you go 10 miles down, and then all of a sudden there's this little skinny row. I mean, it's just a mess. Yeah. So when you get into my YouTube site, please hit video, and then you'll see rows. I want you to be able to see all my costumes at the same time, and then you could scroll down slowly to the next 4 or 5 or 6 rows, however many rows you see, and slowly scroll down and see the costume, and then pick out one. Oh, I think I want to watch that one. So the main 3 classes that I've taught so far, and have many classes, is first the judicial system. It has 7 or 8 videos. You can dip into that. You always want to start with 1. it's a hard class, but you know, you can dip into it, you know, and then just go to another. Then the next one was trials. I took all my law classes and just put it into one big one one day spontaneously. I woke up and said, hey, I'm going to turn this law classes into one big law class, and I'm going to call it trials. And I'm going to teach them everything you have to do chronologically before you get into a courtroom. And then everything you do once you get into the courtroom and the chronological order of that. Okay? And that's why it's called trials. But we're taking a break from the judicial system and trials. We got burnt out on it. We got burnt out on phonetics real bad. Because I got too into it. And I'd look up one word and it would have 10 more words that I had to look up. And I kept doing it. And just, if you go down to the bottom and see my phonetics, it's you know, I'm going to teach linguistics again and phonetics, but not for, you know, a long time. I want to focus on these other things. So the third class I'm teaching is the biology. Okay. So focus on that, but jump around when you got time. Just dip in here, dip in there. And you see, oh, well, I don't like this subject, she's saying right now. Yeah, I'm manic, so 5 minutes later I could be talking about something else. You know, I do it in my class. I got to try to keep it down, you know, talking during class. But I'm talking spontaneously. And like telling you that I've already had this class, that makes you feel even more confident that I'm going to be the best teacher you could have, because I've already had this class in a real college and had my artwork hung on in the window in the hallway of College of DuPage. I'm so proud of it. And I went to Triton College, and then I graduated at McCormick College, downtown Chicago, a private upper scale college, very difficult to get into. And I graduated in '08 on Madison Street and Michigan Avenue, where the silver worm is. You can see Millennium Park from the entrance of my college in '08. I graduated in paralegal studies with an associate's degree. I went to that same school back in 1989 and 90 and 91, court reporting. I wanted to learn that whole report, and I did learn it. Amen. And I got to 180 words a minute. We were right on LaSalle Street. So my college was originally right across the street from the Board of Trade. So I had a very privileged college life, being downtown at that private college, upper scale, and hard to get into. You know, I had grades from Triton College and College of DuPage to get in there. Yes. And I got A+, straight A+ in court reporting. I loved it. And then once I got the 180 words a minute, I said, you have to get 230 words a minute to pass Illinois state test for court reporting. But I was happy that I learned. I am telling you, I learned the entire English language into court reporting. And just to spell zoo, it's STKPWHRAO, zoo. Okay? Just to give you an idea. On a steno machine, on a tripod. I used to practice it in a law firm. Not legally, because I told you I never took the state test. But I was so happy I learned the whole thing. And we had arbitrary words and brief forms. So I've already told you, if you're taking notes, evidence in court reporting is spelled uppercase E like Edward, F like Frank, and D like dog. EFD in court reporting, uppercase, is evidence, arbitrary word. Okay, so, yeah, so I told the new people a lot about me. Okay, so subscribe and you'll see my white teeth, okay? All right, I'm going to let you go. I love you guys. There, I blew you kisses. Bye.